All right. Fucking hair standing up. All right, I'm gonna keep it straight with y'all. If you guys aren't gonna watch this video, if you're not gonna just watch all the way through, just click off the fucking video right now. Like, there's really no point in you sitting here and watching this and wasting your time if you're not actually gonna listen to what I have to say. If you're not actually gonna at least take some sort of an accountability into implementing something that I tell you, you're kind of just wasting your time here. So if you're one of those people that just doesn't want to watch this, or just wants to watch this and kind of listen up and, oh, that's great, and click off the video and take no action, be my guest. Because you're never going to get anywhere. So as I said, just click out the video now. I'm waiting. And if you're actually going to listen to what I have to say, and you're actually interested in changing your life for the better, maybe you should stay. Maybe you should hear what I actually have to say. Let me fix this mic for you so you can hear me a little better. Try it out. See if that works a little bit better. You are only one decision away from literally changing everything in your life. And I mean, I know you understand the preface of this. You understand that if you go and get drunk as fuck and go and get behind the wheel, drive your car, you could go hit a fucking tree, crash and die. You could go hit somebody else and kill a family, ruin their life. But you already know this. You already know that one decision could change your life. Could absolutely fuck it up and throw it off course. Way worse than it already is right now. You feel like you're at rock bottom right now? It could get a whole lot worse, let me tell you. You can make one bad decision and absolutely fuck yourself. Okay? And even if it's not something as large as getting drunk and driving, it could be something like my story with my Subaru, which I've talked about many times on this channel before. Okay? I've got a 2005 Subaru STI. I've had the car for 4 or 5 years now or whatever. It's my baby. I love the car. And for the longest time, I was driving it around and it was burning oil. Now, it being a Subaru, it's a turbo boxer engine. The boxer engine's a flat engine where the pistons go like this, and they, instead of going up and down in a V shape or an inline where the cylinders are straight and they go up and down, boxers are laid out like an H and they're flat, and the piston, what the fuck is going on right here? Some dude went over the median. I've done that. Boxer engines are flat, and they like a boxer, like they're boxing. And with the state of, just how a boxer engine is, they burn more oil, okay? Porsche, Subaru, they're boxers, they burn some oil. And then when you add a turbocharger onto that, turbo engines burn more oil. So it's kind of normal for them to burn oil. And then when you combine that on top of just the EJ is obviously, the EJ is the engine in the STI. It's not a perfect engine, so it tends to burn a little bit more oil than normal. Great. But I was driving around and it was burning oil, but it was burning a little bit more oil than it should have. And then in the beginning, the first few years when I had it, it burnt the normal amount of Subaru oil, at a quart once a week, once every 2 weeks, something like that. That's honestly normal for those cars, especially if they're tuned and you're beating the fuck out of them. You're gonna get some blow by. But it started burning a little bit more oil than it was supposed to. And I noticed this. I started smelling it. And when your car is burning oil or when it gets low on oil, it kind of gets this smell of like, fucking burnt oil, but it's a little bit like it's hard to explain, but it kind of like burns your nose almost. And if your car's catless, then you smell it even more. But it was burning a little bit more oil than it should have. And then the which was from the turbo starting to go out. And then it started burning a little bit more oil as the turbo seal started to degrade more and more. And with it being tuned, pushing a bunch of boost on a stock turbo, and having the seals already going out, I just kind of kept on beating on it. And over time, the seal went out more and more and more. Eventually, it led to oil starvation. God, it's hot in here. Eventually, it led to oil starvation, and the engine blew. I killed the rings, lost compression, the car died, and then engine went boom, done. And now I knew that the turbo was going out. I knew that it was burning more oil than it was supposed to. Occasionally, I'd be idling for a while, and it would have a lot of blue smoke. That's what happens when you start burning more oil. And I just kind of let this happen. And not only did I let this happen, but I had a brand new turbo to install in my room. Brand new Cobb 20G that I could have just thrown on there. I had my tuner on standby, ready to tune it. He already knew I had the turbo. All I had to do was put it on and get it tuned. But I didn't. I kind of put it off because I got lazy. I got complacent. It's not that bad. I'll just keep on adding oil to it. What did the engine do? Engine blew. Had to spend $30,000 to get a new engine built. Now, of course, it's a much more upgraded engine. This engine's great. But the fact of the matter is, the engine blew because I put things off. And I didn't do what I was supposed to. And if I wouldn't have put that off, I could have put the 20G on, my engine wouldn't have blew, and I would have saved a lot of money. And now eventually, yes, it's a Subaru. I would have had to change the engine eventually. But it didn't need to go out when it did. It had 160,000 miles and it was still running super strong. It went from running amazing to dead in a matter of a couple weeks because it oil starved. But I put it off and I let it all go to shit. I fucked myself with that situation. And if I would have made one different decision to just spend some time that I had to put on that turbo, it wouldn't have been a problem. But I wanted to go out and hang out with my friends that probably didn't care about me and go and fuck around and do a bunch of stupid shit. And I let the car go to shit. And it broke me inside. It really did. But it also taught me an extremely important life lesson that I can't put shit off or else it will fuck me in the long run. And the same thing goes, though, for making a good decision. During that time period, when my engine was blown, I ended up getting a Mercedes C250, which that car was great, but the wheel ended up breaking off and that car ended up getting totaled. And then after that, I was driving around in my grandmother's car for a while, and then I got my 2004 350Z. Still have that car, love it, it was great. But during that time of, having the Z and stuff, I didn't really mod the Z much because, one, I didn't really have the money to mod the Z, so I couldn't do much with it. But also, I was just still kind of down about the Subaru because that was my everything. That was my whole identity, was that car. That's all I posted and that's all I talked about. I didn't really talk to women very much because I didn't know how to, because all I knew how to do was talk about my Subaru. I knew that engine like the back of my hand. I knew every little detail about it. And now I still know most of it. I've lost some of the information just because I don't follow it as hard anymore. But I could 100% bring it all back if I was to just, get back into it and start looking into it more. But during the time of me having my Z, I started getting into the gym a lot more. And I'd already been working out for a while, but I ended up kind of falling off due to a spinal fracture that I got. I posted a Instagram reel about it, and you can kind of see my x-rays and a little bit of my, it's a real quick video, but you can see I still had to work through my spinal fracture at my work. They were still having me push heavy ass totes, which caused nerve damage. Now I have my sciatic nerves all fucked up, and I have my legs go numb all the time. And I ended up not going to the gym as much. I ended up stopping going to the gym because 1, I was injured, but 2, I was too afraid of making the injury worse. And 3, it also gave me an excuse to get complacent and get lazy. I had a spinal fracture, but I 100% could have still gone in there and trained arms and had huge ass arms. I could have still trained chest. I could have built that amazing chest plate, but I didn't. I still didn't, and I put it off. And that bad decision pushed me off further. But eventually, since I didn't have the Subaru, I found my way back into the gym, and I got back into it, and that was one of the best decisions of my life. The day I finally decided to actually go back into the gym and get back into it, and I had, all this pain had built up, and I was so stressed about the car, so stressed about where I'm going to get the money to buy the parts for the engine, how I'm going to get the new engine installed, how I'm going to do this, that. I had all these car projects. I've got this total car sitting in my garage, the C250. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't know what to do here. And I ended up getting back into the gym because that was, I was like, okay, well, this has been an escape for me in the past. And I'm going to get, 1, I needed to get back into it. And 2, I knew I needed to start to improve myself. I knew I needed to start to actually make something of myself, because the road I was going down of just doing drugs and fucking off, being lazy, sleeping all day, showing up to work late, it was not getting me anywhere in life. The only where I was going was backwards and digging a hole deeper and deeper and deeper. And I was fucking myself more and more and more, falling into this hole. And I knew that something had to change. And I had no idea what it was. I had no direction. Scared shitless. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, I'm sitting in this rock bottom position. And I'm like, fuck, what do I do? Okay, I can start going to the gym. That's something. I started with lifting more, and I started with eating better. And through that simple change, that one good decision to show up to that gym, to finally renew my gym membership and start paying it again, changed just about everything. Because it started this journey of self-improvement. Because when I started that, like I said, I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what to do. But I knew I had to do something. And by doing something, I learned on the way the other things I had to do. I learned the bad habits that I had. I learned the things that I can't be doing. I stopped hanging out with my friends. I ghosted everybody, even my closest friends. And that was a great thing as well, because I learned who my close friends were and the ones that weren't. And the ones that were stuck around and still talk to me to this day, and I still talk to them. We don't ever hang out, but we're still like brothers. And it showed me who the real people are in my life. And that was extremely important too. Got rid of all the bullshit people that just were not doing anything good for me. And if I would have never made that one decision to actually start going back to the gym, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be in this position to not only help people, but I wouldn't be here for the fact that I had tried to off myself multiple times. And all this pain was so strong that I was like, I don't want to end it. I just want the pain to stop, dude. I just want it to go away. That's all I wanted, was it to go away. And I knew deep down inside that the only way to actually make it go away was to begin to actually better myself, was to actually start improving. But if I would have never started that, I don't know where I'd be. I probably wouldn't be here. I know that for a fact. I wouldn't be talking on this video. Wouldn't be driving this car. Wouldn't be helping people. I wouldn't be doing a lot of the things that I do. Man. But now what is it? Going through my calendar right now. It's 3:33 in the morning right now, driving to work. I used to be waking up at 9 a.m., showing up to work by 11, not knowing where I'm going to go in life, not knowing what to do with life. What kind of path is that? Where did that lead me? And it was like, for a while, I genuinely thought, for some reason, that would actually like lead me into getting somewhere. That would actually lead me into doing something with my life. How does waking up at 9 a.m. and getting to work by 11 actually lead you into doing something with your life? It doesn't, dude. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. And it's like, you're watching this video because you know that. You know that you're not going anywhere. You know that you're not moving forward. You know that you're not improving. And you're still doing the same thing. You finally, something really valuable did happen, and you finally realized that was happening. You finally realized that you were putting up this facade that was not benefiting you in life. And now that you finally realize that, you need to actually implement the things that are going to move you forward, that are going to get you somewhere in life. Because if you don't, you're never going to get anywhere in life. You're never going to get anywhere. And it all starts with personally developing yourself. It all starts with improving who you are. Not just becoming a better person for other people, to be nicer to other people, but becoming a better person so that you can show yourself what you're truly capable of. Because if you don't show yourself what you're truly capable of, you're just a shell. You're just the shell of who you could really be. And you feel hollow. You feel lost. You feel hopeless. You feel like life has no direction. You just don't know where to go. And that's not a way that life should be. And now I'm not gonna say that you should always have this upbound direction of knowing exactly where you're headed, every step of the way, because you really don't. Realistically, it's scary as shit And you're always going to have those mental self-doubts and those mental blockades that are telling you, you can't do this. You shouldn't be doing this. This is fucking stupid. Don't record that video. Don't go to the gym. Nobody gives a fuck about you. You're always going to have that thoughts, dude. I still have those thoughts in my mind. But you know what the difference is between me and you? I don't listen to them. I don't let them beat me down. I say, okay, great, thanks. Now fuck off. I'm going to go do my thing. If you want to talk shit on me, great. That's not going to change. And I'm not just talking to other people. I'm literally talking about the voices that are in your head. If they want to talk shit on you, dude, fuck them. Nobody gives a fuck about them. You don't give a fuck about them. The only thing you can do is relentlessly move forward. You have to go forward. Stop digging your hole deeper and deeper and deeper, okay? I want you to remember the last time that you had a bill come up. Then the last time that you had a bill come up that you knew about, say, I'm not going to fucking say taxes, but let's just say your fucking car payment, or let's go with your car payment. Make it easy. If you don't have a car payment, I want you to take a moment and envision a bill that you have that you forgot about before, like that you were supposed to pay and you forgot about. Okay, you got that, boom. Now you take that bill, you knew that you had to pay it in the beginning. You knew it, and you were like, I really should pay this, but I'm not going to right now because I kind of want the money in my account, or maybe there's kind of this thing I want to buy. Or you just simply really did have the actual intention of paying that bill, but you're like, I'll pay it later, and it's okay, I don't have to do it this second. I'll pay it tomorrow. I'll pay it next week. And you put it off. And then you forgot about it. And then next thing you know, you're scrolling through Facebook Marketplace. You see a brand new set of wheels. You see a new head unit, new subwoofer, new whatever you're into. And you're like, yo, this is sick as fuck. I'm going to buy this. I have an extra $500 in my account. Let's get it. Boom, you bought it. 2 weeks goes by. Car payment comes up. You're like, oh, fuck. I was supposed to pay my car payment, and I bought myself a brand new set of wheels. Now I don't have the money for my car payment. That is an oh fuck moment. And I know for damn sure you've been in that exact situation before. And if you haven't, great for you, dude, but I know for a fact you probably have. And you're probably lying to yourself if you say you haven't. Even if it wasn't on that big of a scale. Even if it was money you borrowed from somebody or something. I know for a fact you've been in that situation. Do you remember how that felt? That oh fuck moment? I fucked up. I should have not bought this sub. I really wanted that subwoofer. I really wanted those wheels. And they made me happy. But they costed me a lot. They cost a huge ding on your credit. They cost you to not pay your car payment. They cost your car to get repoed. They cost you to get kicked out of your house because you didn't pay rent. All because you wanted that one thing that would make you happy. And guess what? Now, you ended up fucking yourself even more. Because now you're in even worse of a hole. And you got to figure it out. And I've been in this situation way too many times to even count on my hands and toes in the past. And I had been in the situation so many times where I knew that was going to happen and I still did it anyways. And then I got to it and I'm like, oh, dude, why'd I do that again? But I was stuck in this loop of just doing it over and over and over. And having this horrible money management. And that one bad decision, not only, was it one, but it was multiple that really compounded. But if we're going to take something good out of it, for as bad as that is, it did teach you one thing, and it did teach me one thing. And that's that if the situation really is bad enough, you're going to figure out a way to make it work. You're going to figure out a way to get that money. Because now that you have to, you're going to go borrow money for the car payment for somebody, borrow money for rent, negotiate with your landlord that you're going to pay it next week when you get paid. You're going to do something to make it work so you don't fuck yourself even more. And you learn that if there's a will, there's a way. There's a way to get out to still fix the damage done. And one of the best ways to fix the damage that has been done is to not only fix it if you can, but prevent it from happening in the future, to prevent this from ever happening. And how do you prevent that from ever happening again? The only way is to just pay that bill up front in the first place. And paying that bill in the first place is personal development. You are now developing yourself as a person. It's self-improvement. You are improving yourself because you paid that bill instead of not paying it. And self-improvement is just the core principle of life. You need to be constantly trying to better yourself. If you're not trying to better yourself, you are dying. You feel like you have an impending sense of doom and you feel like you're going to die or something bad's going to happen. It's because you're going down a bad path. If you feel like you're going to get diagnosed with a chronic illness or something, it's most likely not because you're going to. It's because you're going down a bad path in life, and you know that you need to get out of that bad path in life. But if you keep on choosing to take bad actions and the wrong actions, you're going to keep on fucking it up. You're going to keep on fucking it up over and over, dude. And you need to stop fucking it up, okay? And don't beat yourself down for it. Don't say, oh, I can't ever do this, and start moping around. Look at this shit you fucked up with. Say, fuck, I've been a failure. But you know what? That doesn't matter. It doesn't have to continue that way. I can reinvent myself. I can become something more. Because I'm going to make the change now to make it work. I'm going to put everything aside. I'm going to forget all my bad and wrongdoings. You're not going to forget the lessons, but you're going to stop beating yourself up over them. And you're going to say, I'm going to start improving, and I'm never going to do those things again. And you're going to have times where you slip up. You're going to have times where you fall down. You're going to have times where you feel like you fucked up. But all it is learning. And you're going to do it over and over again until you get it right. And it doesn't matter how many times it takes to get it right. Eventually you will. It's impossible to keep on doing it over and over and over and not hit it at some point. And the only reason you think that you won't is because you're too fucking lazy. You're too fucking lazy to try and make it work. You're too fucking lazy to sit through it and let it play out. You don't want to put in the work. You just want it to come to you. You don't want to have to try over and over and over for years. You have to be willing to. That does not mean it's going to take years. You can make this transformation in 90 days, in 180 days. It does not have to take years, but you need to be okay with it taking years for it to work. Otherwise, you're going to get impatient. You need to be okay with it taking a long amount of time but you need to demand that it happens now. You need to demand that you start now and that the results are going to happen now, but you need to be okay with them happening with time. And when you combine those two things that seem like polar opposites, it works. Why? How does a magnet work, bro? You ever stick a magnet together with the two same pole sides? It pushes away. But if you flip it around, it sticks. Same concept. You need to be okay with it taking time, but you need to push through and demand that it happens now. And being okay with it taking time does not mean slouching back in your seat. Oh, it's okay, I'll do it whenever. No. That means that you're going to execute relentlessly. And you're okay with no matter how many times you fail, you're gonna try again. But each time you try again, you're going to try harder and harder and harder. And you're not going to only give it a little bit of your effort so that next time you can give it a little bit more. You're going to be giving it 110% effort each time. And each time again, you're going to be pushing harder and harder and harder. And being okay with it taking longer, but you're demanding that it happens now. Quite a simple concept. But if you keep on putting things off, you're just going to live in regret. And you're just going to live in this life of wishing that you would have done something and you know you didn't, and you know you fucked up because of that. And that's not a way to live life. You're never going to get anywhere. You're never going to be happy. Although happiness is not the goal, your goal is not to be happy, because if you focus on happiness, you're never going to achieve it. Life does not like it when you hyper obsess over something. You're like, oh, I need this so bad, I need this so bad. Life wants you to take actionable steps that move you forward. And through taking those steps each and every day, you find happiness. You find what that emotion truly feels like. Because realistically, you don't even know what happiness is. You go lay down in bed at night, you sleep, you're like, oh, I'm happy. You go eat some food, oh, I feel happy. You're not searching for happiness. You're searching for this feeling of being proud of yourself. Not only being proud of yourself, but just knowing that you can do it. Knowing that no matter what, you're never going to give up. You're searching for that feeling of confidence. Being able to talk to people and look at them in the eyes and not be worried about what they're going to say about you. Not be insecure about the music you listen to, the things you do, the little habits you have. That's what you're looking for. You're not looking for happiness, but you're telling yourself it's happiness. So not only are you searching for something that you can never find, that is the wrong thing to search for, but you don't even know what you're searching for, because you're searching for the wrong thing. And you're never going to find it, because you're searching for it in lazy actions. You're searching for it in sleeping. You're searching for happiness in scrolling on your phone. You're searching for dopamine hits. But those aren't what you actually are searching for. You're searching for a sense of inner peace. And you're disguising it as all these other bullshit actions. And I know that you know deep down inside the only way to get that inner peace, the only way to get that confidence, the only way to beat that insecurity that you have is to start doing the things and to start taking action. You're not going to become confident, not be insecure anymore, and then start. It doesn't work that way. That's called being an egotistical fuck. You become confident, you defeat your insecurities, you get stronger in the gym, you improve yourself by doing the things. And as you do the things, as you lift the weights, as you go talk to more people, as you develop yourself, you get more confident. You get less insecure. You get stronger. Wow, crazy fucking idea. Crazy idea, huh? Are you going to listen? Are you listening? Or are you just kind of like blatantly clicking off this video and or scrolling on, oh, I'm looking for the next video while I listen to this. Dude, listen to what the fuck I'm saying. Look at me. Listen to what I am saying. The only way to make the change, the only way to get the confidence, the only way to beat the damn insecurity is to do the fucking thing, is to start improving yourself, is to start this personal development. But if you don't start, if you don't continue, if you don't do more, you're not going to get there. You're never going to get there. But you can. You don't have to wait forever. You don't have to let it beat you down. You don't have to just have this life of this circle that just doesn't lead you anywhere. Like, dude. Man. I can say this over and over and over again and talk in circles. And you can get annoyed. All he does is talks in circles. And meh. That's the only way that you're going to actually hear it. If I don't say it over and over again, you're not going to hear it. That's why I say it over and over, and it sounds like I'm talking in a fucking circle the whole damn video. Because I am. I'm literally talking in a circle this whole video. I hope you realize that. I'm saying the same thing over and over and over. Over and over and over. So that you get it. So that you actually understand what you need to do. You need to go get your ass up off the fucking bed, put the fucking Doritos down, drive to the gym, and sign up for the damn membership. And if you already are working out, drive your ass to the gym, hit another workout. Go for a PR today. Do more volume. Do more today. Do more tomorrow. Do more the next day. Over and over and over. And don't stop. Don't stop moving forward. Otherwise, you're not. All right. SD card ran out of space. Light died. We're going to keep going. So, as I was saying before it cut out, you have to keep on doing it over and over again, or else you're never going to get to the place you need to be. And I know your goal is not to fail. I know your goal is not to stay fat. I know your goal is not to stay skinny. I know your goal is to become confident, to not be insecure, to be able to go walk up to that girl you like and actually talk to her. To not, every time you see a woman, to be like, oh, I really wish I could talk to her, but I can't. To not see a woman and be like, oh, I really wish that she would come talk up to me. Dude, that's not how it is. You're supposed to talk to them. But you're never going to have the confidence to talk to them if you don't start doing things that give you confidence. And what are those things? Improving yourself. Eating healthier. Doing things that make you feel good about yourself. Not things that make you feel like shit. because those don't get you anywhere. They don't get you anywhere. And you can really make this work, dude. And it can happen so much faster than it needs to be. And I make these videos, and my goal in these videos is to provide you guys with the utmost value, is to actually give you guys actionable steps that you can take each and every day to improve your life, to motivate you guys to start, to motivate you guys to continue. Okay, you shouldn't need this constant motivation of, you don't need this feeling of motivation, of feeling good to do things. You need this feeling of drive and passion. And that's what I am portraying in these videos, because that's what I have. So I give it off in my videos, because that's the energy that I carry. And I am transferring this energy to you through this video. Okay? And there are so many things you can do to improve your situation, and it does not have to be where it is. And if there's one thing I've been lacking in these videos, is that, yes, I make these videos, but I don't exactly always express exactly what I am. I am a personal development and fitness one-on-one coach. What do? I coach my guys one-on-one through our weekly calls to help them improve themselves, to better their life, to level up their fitness habits and mindset, to have them get jacked and lean in less than 180 days, to have them be able to make relentless progress, to have them be able to move so much faster in their life. And I still preach through my one-on-one calls these same things that I talk about in this video. It's just a whole lot more personal, because I'm obviously going into depth on your problems, and we're talking a lot more about you rather than a generic audience. And I don't talk about this enough in my videos, because I'm giving this value, but I could be helping you guys so much more if you guys actually knew that I offered this. And this is what I do. I help people. That is my goal. I don't want people to still be in the situation that I was. I don't want people to wake up thinking every day, I wish I don't wake up today. I wish I don't wake up tomorrow. I don't want people to be thinking that they need to off themselves to escape their situation. Because that's where I was. And I didn't have anybody to help me, anybody to pull me out of that situation. So I had to become that person myself. But I know so many people could benefit from having that person that can show them the way to get there so much faster. From having someone that can teach them their mistakes, that way that person can learn from them. And you can move so much further forward in life if you actually start taking actions on the things I tell you, instead of just waiting and listening and not doing anything, dude. Why would you want to wait and not do anything? I know you want to improve your life. I don't care if this video got 1 view, if it helps one person. That's all that really matters. I don't give a fuck if you want to buy my coaching or not. If I get a comment that says that my video improved somebody's life and it changed their life, and they did it without me, dude, that's fucking awesome. Because that's the goal at the end of the day, is to help people transform their life and their physique, their mindset. To understand that they can still have passions and hobbies like I do with cars, and still improve themselves, and still work a successful career. But you're never going to get there unless you start. And that's what matters.